Yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Blank back here today, bringing you another Black Ops 4 video. It's been quite a while since I've had an opportunity to talk to you guys. It's been, what, something like a month at this point. Stuff is still a little bit busier than what I'd like it to be. The reason for this being is I'm actually graduating high school around June 10th, and we're still turning in work, projects, and whatnot, and new content up until like June 8th. Which is, really weird and odd, like, I've pretty much never heard of anyone, having to, in their last 10 days of school, still learning a new content and projects and having to turn those in. Like, they're literally pretty much just having us turn in and working up until, like, last second of school, which I don't understand. I just know that's the way it is. Now, I'm keeping you guys in the loop, letting you know what's what and why things are the way they are. Stuff will turn around and go back to normal around probably June 10th, as I mentioned before. So that's the way stuff is right now. As you know in the title here of this video, I was actually sitting here playing with some dudes I got from the group post. But unfortunately, pretty much everyone left me except for one dude that I actually thought wasn't going to make it into the game. The reason why they left was due to the fact of us being down like somewhere around like 80 or 90 points, and some guy on the enemy team was like using a Reaver. If you don't know what the Reaver is, it's basically just the crossbow from pretty much every single Call of Duty. It pretty much operates the same way, just doesn't have explosive bolts on it. If it hits you anywhere on the body, it pretty much insta-kills you, even if you have 200 health. And there's nothing you can do about it other than just not getting hit by it. And these guys were getting irritated by this one single kid. Now, don't get me wrong, this guy was annoying me. He did kill me for the past like 10 games in a row, like 2 or 3 times off my nukes. And like, that was irritating, but like, I wasn't gonna leave the game. And like, I was just sitting here scratching my head. I'm like, you guys are getting irritated by a kid that hasn't dropped a UAV, hasn't dropped a care package, or any score streak whatsoever to mention. He's not doing anything. If you hold B and A, you're good. You're fantastic. We will win the game without fail if you guys drop streaks. And then they just end up quitting on me, and I'm just sitting there like, you guys really did that. And I just ended up blocking them. Like, I'm not the person to get really angry very easily, but like, if you're really gonna sit there and you're gonna get angry and quit the game on me for just one singular kid that isn't even doing good, like, I just don't want nothing to do with you at that point. You're useless to me. I don't ask a lot of my teammates, whether they be good, bad, terrible, in between, it doesn't matter. I just ask some very basic things. One, you just try your very best. You destroy streaks if you can't do very well, or you cover me and try to kill whoever's trying to kill me at the time and kill me to the best of your ability. And lastly, just try to hold map control or capture flags, as I mentioned before previously, or doing both in tandem at the same time. If you do that, I will thank you to the days long, to the sunrises. And like, I'm really here in this gameplay. One of the guys here that was using Ruin, I don't know what his name was, but I literally sent him a message thanking him for not quitting on me and just doing well and capturing flags. And I've done that before in the past. Like, people that I don't know, that have just been on my team randomly, I'm like, thank you. Like, there's just some times where just everyone on my team is useless, and it can just really turn around the game if I just have one single player just do the very bare minimum for me and just help me out just a tiny bit. I'm one person, I only have 2 hands on my body. I can't do the work of 6 people very efficiently by myself. It's a hard task to do for anyone, whether they're good or bad. So, having someone with a little bit of common sense that's saying, hey, there's a gunship in the air, we're down 80 points, maybe we should try to capture a flag. It sounds stupidly simple, but, it means a lot to me when, I see teammates doing well and just helping me out where I need just a little bit of help. So, with that out of the way, as you're seeing me use the crossbar of justice, as I like to call it personally, I pretty much try to almost never use the crossbar due to it being a really overpowered weapon. You know, I don't like using overpowered weapons personally because of the fact now whenever you use very overpowered stuff, whether it be in Call of Duty or any FPS shooter, whether it be a weapon or a piece of equipment, obviously that typically irritates people and that has them use that weapon whenever they can. And they try to kill you with it and it just becomes a big old fest of who could, you know, kill each other faster with said meta weapon. Which is just always boring, and it's just, I don't like doing that. You know, I like to play this game and I like to try to challenge myself with, you know, I wouldn't say terrible weapons, but, you know, weapons that are considered the best in the game. I try to make them look viable to encourage other players to, you know, explore new weapon options that they typically wouldn't think to use otherwise. So, you know, whenever I'm using an LMG, especially nowadays, you know, it's very surprising to me because, you know, back in the days of old Call of Duty, you know, LMGs weren't very viable up until like Black Ops 2 and 3. Like trying to use something like the Stoner or I think it was like the M60 from Black Ops 1. LMGs had some very big drawbacks that made them very not viable to rush with. Whether it be the large ammo capacity and obviously in turn slow reload speed, or very high recoil, or very low mobility, because, you know, most LMGs, this one probably being one of the very rare exceptions, has very, I would say, good or decent mobility. Like you can stray pretty good back and forth with this LMG, and like this would probably be in my maybe like top 5 weapons I would probably use for fun. It'd probably go like the Maddox, the SOG, then the crossbar, and maybe the ICR or Swordfish, which is basically just M8. And as you saw, I was actually using the gunship, which I think is the first time, if I'm not mistaken, you're seeing me use the gunship here on this channel. I typically don't use the gunship due to the fact that the gunship isn't very good. Like, it's not terrible, but compared to something like the gunship or AC-130 from MW2, it does not have the same firepower and or just ability to get people out of buildings. Like, unless you're hitting people with pinpoint accuracy, you're pretty much not going to get them out of the building. And unfortunately, most of the maps in this game are not tailored to the gunship. Like here, this is a DLC map, technically speaking. Like original maps like Hacienda, Icebreaker, Seaside Heights, or Seaside I should say, I don't know why I said Heights, and there's another map that isn't coming to mind, but like they're one big map or a cluster of smaller buildings, so it makes it very hard to get kills or any kills with the gunship. Not to mention, you know, just having to worry about stuff like Zero just instantly just hacking your stuff and just destroying it the moment you get it, which is always just disheartening. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's gameplay. If you did, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, click on that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to get notified and up to date to all videos that are released here on the channel, click on the subscribe button as I mentioned before previously, click on the bell icon. Instead of personalized, you click on all so YouTube doesn't decide what you get from me and when you get it. And with that out of the way, guys, maybe you should go check out some of my other videos if you like this one. And have yourselves a great day. I'm out of here. Peace.